Okay, so we're after cutting the boards out in the saw room. Now we're going to come back in and build it into place. When we build it in place, then we probably have to mark it up again to trim a few bits off of it. Set the line up and use our line to build in all these bricks. I'm not going to put on any cross joints yet because I'm only building this in temporarily. Now I have it built in place, I'm going to mark the few bits off to be trimmed. And what I'm looking for is 10mm joint here, 10mm joint here, 10mm joint here, making sure that this is at the correct angle. So for starters, I'm going to hold this up here. I'm going to mark a few mil to trim off this. So I'm keeping it 10mm parallel off the extra loads there. Mark that. And these skew backs then down here, you have to continue to skew back up at the correct angle. And then we also want to make sure that this joint is 10mm here. So I'm going to mark a couple of mil to trim off that. So if these small bits to trim off, you can either trim them off here with the bolster, or else you can go into the saw room again and trim them off. So I'm going to trim off a couple of bits here, and then I'm going to go into the saw room. I can trim this piece off with the bolster, no problem, but I probably want to go into the saw room to trim these off, otherwise I might break these. So I'm going to bring this back into the saw room, trim it off, come back in and build it into place.